All right. So the first thing that's going to happen is I'm just going to go through these inputs so you understand what they do. Let me just go ahead and add a projector, right? And show now I go to the output menu and I say force state previous.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's awesome. That's some extreme delay. That's awesome. Extreme delay. That's awesome. Hi. You want to see what I look like? That's what I looked like about 2 minutes ago. There you are. You want to see what I look like? That's what I look like about 2 minutes ago. Are you not liking your movie? Or am I just distracting you from your movie?
I like it, and I need to get cereal. I got cereal.
You want some cereal? Is that what you're trying to say?
I got the cereal, but there's no milk. Can you get the milk for me?
Yes, I will get you some milk. Did you see what? There we go. Oh, so that's what I'm looking for here. That's not what's happening there. See, I need to. Oh no!
Message from the dark side, there it is.
Doot, doot, doot. So you haven't shown up there yet. What's up with that? Huh?
Look.
Look, you ran
I
by.
just came up.
There you are. Let's see how long it takes you to point.
Let's see how long it takes to do that. There it is. She's been for a long time. Long time. And
Sorry, I distracted her. So.
desktop or the display that is in front of you right here, right? That's the one with the door on it and the computer desktop. Okay? And you get this interesting little feedback as it goes in the window, right? Okay. Yeah, see, I'm hearing different things from different people on it. Some people think they have 260% load, and you guys have one. But like I said, we're going to work all this out as we hear back from you, like what video card configurations changes, whatever, right? Stick with me here. Let's at least get an hour on this one. Like I said, performance and work all this out as we so it's set to display. When I go here, I choose the number like I said, just for all the you see there, you see your own chat, you see the OBS window, you see the other display where I am, that I'm using to have in front of me to be able to see the other stuff, right? So that's the first function that it does, is it simply allows you to switch from one display to the other, just capture the whole thing. So if you have a window that's going full screen, then that's one way to do it. Just pick the display and you're going to get it coming out here, and that's that. You're done. And you've now got a live feed of whatever's going on in that window. So you can see here that we're seeing in the stage here, we're seeing the desktop, right? And so if I go in here and I double click, right, you're seeing all the stuff that I'm, oh no, can't see it's changing every time. Well, anyway, you get the idea. It's a live feed, right? Okay. So, um, all right. So now, what I want to do is show the next feature, though, is this window stuff here. There's two window inputs. To do that, I hope that I still have it open. Small window, yes. So I just have this Giphy. I just went to a page here that has GIFs on it, right? That's just so it has some animation and some moving images, okay? Now, first of all, you actually don't always know, especially when you're using a browser, what the name of that window is. It's interesting. If I make a new tab and I just go to Google, let's say, yeah, that window is now called Google, has the word Google in it. And when I switch tabs, it changes the name of the window to Giphy. That's really important to understand, that in these browsers, often they are updating the window name dynamically as you change from tab to tab. That's something that you have to watch out for. Now, a lot of windows, like a Zoom window, this would be the perfect thing to use when a Zoom window, you capture part of the Zoom window and bring your video in to Isadora. Maybe that doesn't change the name. But browsers, that's one thing you have to watch out for. Okay. So now if I go here, now we're back here, we see this, we see the whole display still. If I click where it says window list, I'm going to get a pop-up menu of every window that the whole thing sees. And some of them are kind of strange, like the battery extra. There's actually like a little battery indicator up in the menu. This is in fact its own window, right? But you'll see that one of them is Giphy, search all GIFs, make your own animated GIF, blah, blah, blah. And by the way, I say GIF, I don't know, it might be GIF, I don't really know what's right, okay? But we'll leave that debate aside. So if I choose that from the pop-up menu, voila, you only see the browser window now. And so it's only capturing that part of the display, okay? So that's one way to do it. But choosing it from this menu, if it's a normal window that doesn't change its name, that's probably going to be just perfectly fine, right? But for instance, Facebook, I mean, I don't know if you'd ever wanted to capture in Facebook. Every time you get a notification, it changes the number in the title of the window, and suddenly it might not be capturing, right? So I think that this window list, even though that's one way that you can pick the name, like I can pick the Skype window here that's appearing. That's one way to do it. But in fact, I probably would prefer, once I've seen the name of the window, to not use that menu. Now we're back to just using the display. But I'm just going to go to window name and type GIPHY, just part of the name. And I'm going to click outside of that. And now you see that it found it. So the way this works is that if there's no window name in either of those fields, it's going to show.
select YouTube. Now, the primary YouTube ingest server, that's the one that YouTube was trying to provide you earlier. Leave this the same here, and then go ahead and hit Control or Command V to paste your stream key. And then if you really need to match it up, make sure it's the same stream key, hit Show, and it'll show you, make sure it is the same stream key from YouTube. Now, once that is done, go ahead and click Done there. You've already inserted your stream key into Streamlabs OBS. Hop back over to YouTube just to make sure everything's the way you need it to be. Click Done on this box here. And this is going to be where you manage your stream. This is going to be the back end of your stream on YouTube. So make sure that all of these things are the way that you want them to be. Now, before you hit go live and you test your stream, there's a yes, hop back over to YouTube just to make sure everything's the way you need it to be. Click Done on this box here. And this is going to be where you manage your stream. This is going to be the back end of your stream on YouTube. So make sure that all of these things are the way that you want them to be. Now, before you hit go live and you test your stream, there's a yes, hop back over to YouTube just to make sure everything's the way you need it to be. Click Done on this box here. And this is going to be where you manage your stream. This is going to be the back end of your stream on YouTube. So make sure that all of these things are the way that you want them to be. Now, before you hit go live and you test your stream,
So use the display, right? So if you use the window list, the pop-up menu, it's going to have the exact window name, and it's going to use that. But of a higher priority, if you type part of the window name in the second input, that one that says window name, this one right here, right? Then it's going to find that window, and it doesn't have to be the whole name. It can just be a small part of it, and as long as it matches the first window it finds that matches, that's going to be what it catches, right? RG diff. Okay, I'm starting to fight in the chat. Okay, don't worry about the name of the thing. The image, right? All right, so, all right, so you can see that it's capturing that window, all right? But we don't really want to see all the tabs and the user interface elements at the top of the window. It's giving us the whole window. And to make that more convenient, we have these 4 inputs at the bottom that allow you to crop whatever image you're getting by simply increasing these numbers. So I'm taking the crop top, and I'm just scrolling up here, scrolling up, scrolling till I'm there. So I've gotten rid of all that user interface stuff. And in fact, I'm going to do the bottom too. Right? A little more, and then I'm going to do the left side, crop, and get rid of the scroll bar on the right side. And now I have the important advice for today that we all already know: stay home. Right? Okay. But using that crop function, I was able to bring in the edges and capture the portion of the window that I've already had. So you can do that at any time and just chop that off and really get that. So that's very convenient to get rid of those borders and user interface elements and things like that. Okay? So that's what the crop function does. Now, by the way, that works also if you're just using a display. If I go back here and I remove the word Giphy from this, so it's capturing the display again, and I do those crops, you see that now it's just cropping the entire display. So that's even another way, although not as reliable, because if you choose the window name, it's going to track the window if you move it around or something like that. But you can actually also crop the display just as easily. Yeah, I'm going to undo that because I want to get back to the window. Okay, so that's great. It works, and you're able to capture the window in just the one particle, right? Okay, so that's in a nutshell what this does. But I want to point out a couple little pitfalls you might run into. So notice that if I change to Google, it's still capturing. It's doing part of the window, right? Because we were zoomed in on that one GIF. But it's still working, in fact. It found it. And that's because it uses the name to locate the window, but then it kind of grabs this reference to it and says, okay, I know which window we're talking about, and I don't need to know the name anymore. But I just did it. I'm going to interrupt there to answer a question. But let me finish this. Okay, so it's seeing the window, but if I leave the scene and I come back, it's not going to find the window because it was it's looking for Giphy, not Google, and the name of the window is Google. So when you initialize this actor, when you come into a scene, it uses the name of the
Message from the dark side, there it
has
is.
a reference to it, and even if you change like tabs like that, or the window name changes, it'll hold on to it. But so now you can. You can just know that you really need to have that window name stay consistent if you really want to find it. And even if I switch to Giphy now, see, now I found it because the name became matching and it did all the cropping and it all fit. Now, I think that hopefully makes sense. Let me stop because a lot of things just flew by questions. The prop is only if you have a window chosen. It doesn't work on full screen capture. That's a comment. Not for me. If I go to, if I remove Giphy, so it's capturing the whole display, let me go to 0,
2 minutes ago.
right? And if I type in 500, 500, well, that's too much. 250, 250, 250, 250, you can see that it's, for me anyway, it's cropping the window. All right, so that should work. If it's not working, if you've got, there's a forum post, right? There's a forum. I should have put that link in there. Let me go ahead and put that in right now. Oops, wrong program. So this guy, if you find that it's not working as I'm describing today, then I want you to go and add those comments and things that you found to this forum post. All right, Jamie says it worked for her now, so okay, maybe let's see what's going on. All right, so there's the forum post for this guru session. That's the place to talk about all the stuff that maybe is going right or going wrong, or what you come up with, right? So hopefully that crop works. The crop is okay, put them the same. Okay, I don't know if it started working for you, Jake, but I think that really does work. If it doesn't, even let us know. I mean, again, we're all going to be trying this and testing it. I'm sure there'll be a lot of feedback in the next week. I'm committed to getting this really working as well as I can possibly get it working in the next week as I go on with some other things that are going to be part of this effort to support remote performance. All right. All right. So I think that part's good. Does the window name care what browser you're using? No, it's any window that you want to have. Like, so for instance, if I go here to the Finder, go to the Finder.
Couple of things that you need to know. I go ahead and hit the low latency option here. Again, all of this is going to be dependent on your internet signal, the strength of your internet. And we can test that, and we're going to talk about that now. To make sure that your stream is the highest quality possible, okay, go back over to your streaming software, go to settings, and make sure that when you're under stream here and you have a couple of different things under output, that your video bitrate, start that at 3500. If you notice some lag within your stream, lower that number. So the video bitrate is going to be the bitrate for your video. So what this means is that the lower this number, okay, that means that your internet signal is probably much weaker. I like to keep mine at 3500, but if you see some lag, lower the number, and if it's buttery smooth, you may even raise that number. I like to keep mine at 3500. That is a sweet spot. That is where I would keep mine if I were you. Audio bitrate anywhere from 250 to 300. I keep mine at 288. Again, you can do 256, 320, but 288 is a fairly streamlined process. Now, make sure that when you've gone through and set up your stream here on your streaming software, that you have your microphone connected via your audio interface, via Bluetooth, via USB, whatever it is, because audio is critical just as it is within a uploaded video to YouTube. Now, once all of this is set up within your streaming software, go back over to YouTube, make sure, again, everything's the way you want it, and then on your streaming software, hit Go Live. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Go Live now within Streamlabs OBS. Now, this does not mean that you are live on YouTube. There is one more step. When you hit the Go Live button in your streaming software, that is only sending a preview, okay? Sending a preview to YouTube or wherever you're streaming to. So now if we look here, if we go here, you can see there is a preview box up here in the upper left-hand corner showing me and letting me see and listen to what I look like and what I sound like, okay? In order to actually go live on YouTube, you must hit the Go Live button on the YouTube backend, like right here. So once I'm back in the YouTube studio, everything looks good, everything sounds good, I then can go ahead and hit Go Live. But if I go to Stream Health here, I can see that my stream status is excellent. You want this to be in the green. You don't want to see yellow or red. You don't want to see poor quality. You want this